I didn't hear what you said. Are we not going to have to sign it?
And she said it depends on the vote.
Depends on the vote today.
Yes, ma'am. Talk to Mary Lee about that.
Well, you can't really change things until after the vote, but.
How are you, Michael?
I'm tired of here.
So where was this leak that you fixed?
I forgot to I'm sorry. Okay. We've been at Pearl of Grace the past 2 days. The one right there to the left of their driveway.
Yeah.
So, thought it was going to be a simple change out the setter and put a meter in. I made that mistake. Apparently I haven't learned that nothing's simple in water history yet, but I'm learning that.
Did we put in a new hydrant?
Yeah, we got that part done today. So we got the new hydrant bell, like say 6 to 8 feet of PVC, replace the transite right there. And then I got a riser in, and then I'm figuring stuff out with the new meter for now. We put the old meter back in for the moment, so they have water. And we should be finishing that job tomorrow and then getting on the system. So it got cut a little short today because Andrew Mike had to go to that fire, so. I guess he's a volunteer fire department guy out there. So one more day and we'll have that done, and that should be simple enough that we can move it to the stat.
Oh, that's fine. You either, yeah, I sign, so you just have to initial it. Thank you. Oh, you already did both of them. Yeah.
I have these two. It's more or less the same thing. I thought they dropped it.
Well, yeah. Like 3 or 4 pages.
Actually, I did Rocky. Right here. Rocky.
Pardon me.
It's right here.
Okay. I don't think,
You had asked to get it today.
yeah, we can put it on the table out there.
Let me put it over there. Is that what you said?
Yeah, on the table, or come in, or I think this would be good enough. I think,
Cindy, I got your certificate from the new class.
Oh,
But I don't think that I've made a copy. So tomorrow, if you're able to come sign those checks, I'll give you yours then.
okay. Sounds good.
No, we can do this.
Hello,
are we ready?
when you are.
Oh, man.
Amanda's on her phone.
What?
Amanda is on her phone.
Here you go.
Do we want to wait for Amanda? She's on her way.
Yeah, that'd be fine with me.
She's not far from here.
Well, so we do the.
How was your vacation?
It was good.
Hey, Mary Lee.
It was good.
That's the fire department report. You just take one and pass it around. And I haven't have the police department one. I don't know if Joel's bringing it with him or. Did you bring? There we go.
Yes, you
I didn't see
did.
him hiding back there.
Yeah.
I guess we could go ahead and do the public
Yeah,
hearing.
that's what I was
And then she'll
wondering.
be here.
All right,
Those are extras.
let's do that. Public notice, public hearing in town of Tryon. First Baptist Church, is it on?
It's late.
Here's the ordinance for the fire department.
Holy cow. Okay, it's going.
All right, public notice, public hearing, town of Tryon, First Baptist Church, 122 North First, Tryon, Oklahoma, 74875, October 1st, 2024. It is 6:01 p.m. Number 1, call to order. Number 2, Roll call.
Sandy here. Richard here.
Rocky here.
Mary Lee here.
Number 3, public hearing on farmers market ordinance.
This is the suggested ordinance by TSET, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Pretty much what
Are we
she
good?
discussed, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, I already
All right, number 4, adjournment.
make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Rocky, yes.
Richard, yes.
Still not.
Needs to start and
Yeah.
she'll chime in.
All right.
Let's see what the bugs
So we adjourn. We have a 10-minute break before 5:50 to 6 o'clock.
It's 6:02.
All right,
Here she is.
there she is.
Are you sick? I had to run to this.
Guess what?
I had
All right. Town Tryon Board of Trustees, regular meeting, October 1st, 2024, 6:02 p.m. First Baptist Church, 122 North First, Tryon, Oklahoma, 74875. Agenda, number 1, call to order. Number 2, roll call.
Sandy here.
Richard here.
Rocky here.
Mary Lee here.
Number 3, consideration and action on consent agenda. 3.1, approval of the minutes. 3.1.1, September 3rd, 2024, regular meeting.
We may have to separate that. We weren't all at that one special meeting, were we?
I was
I was absent for the regular meeting, but here for the special meeting.
You didn't get a copy of this?
No.
Oh.
I have the special meeting minutes, but not the regular meeting minutes.
For September? Let me see. Should have, I don't know what that might have been.
Look again.
And this one says September 19th, I noticed, and it says September 17th on the agenda. Which one is correct?
It's probably the 19th, it was probably the 17th, because that's when I did the agenda, but let me double check.
All Rocky has to do is amend the agenda.
Okay, well, the first thing we're looking at is the regular meeting, September 3rd. Was everybody there?
I was there.
I wasn't here.
You were?
No, she had sick kids.
Okay.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes for September 3rd of 2024 regular meeting.
Rocky, yes.
Mary Lee, yes.
Amanda abstained.
3.1.2, September, and it says 17th, should be 19th.
Correct.
Special meeting.
I make a motion we accept the minutes for the September 19th, 2024 special meeting.
Amanda,
Rocky, yes.
Can I ask the
Yes.
question, what happened with July 18th work session?
3.2, approval of monthly
Well, they approved the work
department head
session
reports.
last month.
I did not see anything.
Well, this one finally,
One part.
and the other, the police didn't.
He has.
He has it in his hand,
Yeah, yes.
You got your report?
but he's on at the end of
No,
the
he's on
agenda.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
All right. 3.3, approval of monthly financial reports. 3.3.1, August 2024. I looked over them, I saw nothing out of order.
Did we approve the monthly department head reports?
There's generally, should have
Oh,
been there
that's
in the
right.
fire
All
department.
we
Yeah.
had was this one, yeah. No, we didn't.
I move we accept the department head reports as presented.
Sandy seconds.
Richard, yes.
Rocky, yes.
Randy, yes.
3.3, approval of monthly financial reports. 3.3.1, August 2024.
I went through them pretty much with a fine tooth comb. I didn't see anything, either in the town or the library account.
Make a motion to approve the monthly financial reports
For August.
for August of 2024.
I second.
Rocky, yes.
Richard, yes.
Randy, yes.
3.4, approval of monthly claims. 3.4.1, August 2024. I saw nothing there either.
I move we accept the monthly claims as presented.
Sandy seconds.
Richard, yes.
Rocky, yes.
Randy, yes.
Number 4, consideration of items removed from consent agenda, no action. Number 5, proposal of the Board of Trustees of the Town of Tryon entering into executive session in accordance with Title 25, Section 307, subsection B1, discussing the employment, hiring, appointment, promotions, demotions, disciplining, or resignation of any individual, salaried public official, or employee, and/or subsection B11.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can stop there. You
You
don't
can
have
stop there, you don't have to refresh.
That'll be it. Yeah, that's when.
That was going on to another subsection. You don't have to read that.
Oh, yeah.
And they're not doing it today.
All right. We're into executive session.
I make a motion we enter into executive session.
Rocky, yes.
Randy, yes.
Well, she moved new business
All right.
and moved it to,
On what part?
We missed one of the meeting minutes that was tabled last month.
Okay.
Getting on this agenda.
so that's where we would bring it up.
The
The,
18 work session.
Work session. We had tabled it until this meeting.
All right, we good?
We're good.
Number 6, we enter regular meeting from executive session.
I'll make, go ahead.
I'll make a motion to enter a regular meeting to executive session.
I second.
Rocky, yes.
Sandy, yes.
Randy, yes.
Number 7, consideration, discussion, and action on matters discussed in executive session. Brittney Poteet,
No action
No action.
taken?
Lex Meyer. No action.
No? I move that we
Yeah,
change Lex from 1 day a week to 2 days a week.
Sandy seconds it.
Richard, yes.
Rocky, yes.
Randy, yes.
Haley, yes.
Number 8, resolutions. No action. Number 9, ordinances. No action.
Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry, I missed
Oh,
that.
no.
Farmer's market. or meeting.
9.1, farmer's market. I had my finger on
Me too.
I move we accept the ordinance on the farmer's market as presented.
Sandy seconds.
Richard, yes.
it. Rocky, yes.
Randy, yes.
Number 10, miscellaneous. 10.1, consideration, discussion, and action on the building project. I talked with Asher. He's got a copy of the contract. He's going over it. He said, I don't imagine I'll see a problem with it. And he's going to sign it and do a DocuSign or something, send it back to me, and I'll sign it and we'll have it done.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah.
Nice.
Finally.
Yeah,
Finally.
finally.
10.2, consideration, discussion, and action on the Iowa Tribe Police contract.
I put that on here because our contract expires with Iowa Tribe in December, and it's right around the corner, so just kind of put it in your, on your to-do list, or whatever you want to call it. Kind
I
of
don't
figure
have a
out
problem
what
with
direction we're going in.
Are we
I
still
haven't tried
ready?
it all.
Are we still in good standing with you?
I mean, it renews automatically every year unless
Okay.
somebody
I
wants
think that's
to
what
opt
Yes,
out.
that's what we do.
More than happy.
Oh, yeah. All right, so we don't need to make a decision on this, it auto renews.
Auto renew.
10.3, consideration, discussion, and action on the shed quotes.
I'm asked to get shed quotes. These are the 3 sheds. It's for the storage for our stuff over at City Hall. I just picked 3 different styles of storage sheds. They have pricing, I think, is on the 3rd page.
For right here next door.
Yeah. Yeah, it's for all of our material and office stuff, like our papers and stuff. That is stuff. I think like on page 3, there's quotes on whether you rent or buy, and then it has the sizing.
Are they all better built or did you
Yeah.
look at OK structure?
I didn't look at OP structures, I just went to, because when I was looking them up, I couldn't remember what the other,
What size are we looking at?
there's different sizes, the sizing charts on the,
Yeah, I see that.
The left.
I just wondered if we had something in mind.
a size wasn't mentioned to me, I was just asked to get quotes for adult people.
The 10 by 16 isn't bad. What is,
I've got one of those, it's pretty good size.
yeah, I think that's what my dad says in the backyard.
Probably right.
Yeah.
And some of them you can get in
And it's 68, 75.
Where were you putting it?
I'm not quite sure. I don't know if we would put it here or, and then transfer it down to the new City Hall, because it's for all of our office stuff. So I would assume maybe next door to here for now, but that's not.
Is there room where we have that little building by the water tower to put one in there?
We'd have to take the fence down because they have the satellites in there.
Right through the double gate, there's a telephone pole, so depending on what size the shed is, it may be hard to get it through there.
What about next to the blue building, the utility shed in the back of the,
If we move the sewer jetter and clear that space out, like to the left of that, I call it the mower garage door in the alleyway, if we were to get the sewer jetter and stuff moved, we could probably put something right there.
I would see about when we look at this, I guess the first question is do we have the money in the bank to pay for one?
Or are you gonna buy it like outright, or are you gonna rent to own? Like, how are you gonna do it, what size?
The city cannot extend a contract,
Or so much?
right, no, beyond the fiscal year.
Okay,
So if we bought it now, our payments would have to end
June 30th.
June 30th.
What size are you looking at?
She was looking at the
The
10
10 by 16 was 68.75.
This
That was
one,
the
yeah,
finance price, I think it was
190.
actually a little cheaper, if you pay cash.
Cash is like
Yep.
Yeah, if you pay.
What was the cash price on the 10 by 16?
Well, there's two different ones.
4,600, depending on what you're gonna.
41.25 and 55. Nope, 47.25.
And who is that?
Better built barn.
Better
They're all
built.
better built, same company.
So this one is the, oh, okay. The 10 by 24 in the other style with the side opening.
Yeah, because there's 3 styles that
Oh, I understand that one.
That one is much less expensive if you go with the building larger.
Oh,
With that style, you'll have a loft on either side instead of one.
On this one, you can get storage up above.
uh-huh. Loft barns.
Our other option is renting another storage shed because
Yeah,
we're
whatever.
losing stuff up there at City Hall.
Right.
My child?
So how much is the lofted barn?
You had a child with your mistress and left it with
That
me.
wasn't a bad price for even the bigger one.
10 by 24, $6,200, $300, $298.
62 might be a little steep for a car.
Which company were
Like
you?
40, like 4,000 something, like 46 one would probably be about right.
I thought it was you said this is 6 to 8 months.
Uh-huh.
500 more.
And I can even call and see how much, like, verify with them, like, how much that is, and then to see if we can make a monthly payment where it's, just to get the option. If you have the leasing agreement, make that much.
I know you can put money down through
Yeah.
rental.
OK Structures offers a metal 10 by 16 for $38.65.
Is this something we need right away?
We need to get that stuff out of City Hall.
It's pretty
Before
immense.
it
So it's
collapses.
just,
Yes, and I'm trying to bring stuff, I haven't brought stuff from City Hall in a while, but I'm trying to bring stuff over to City Hall and go through it, and then refile it, and I'm running out of space.
okay.
Like my desk is overtaken, and we've gotten, we're using a bit of, file box or whatever to put stuff in it. We had to order more shelves to go in the file cabinet. And that's probably gonna be filled up in the next couple weeks, and I've still got more stuff over there on the shelf.
How much was the 10 by 16 in the loft? It was
10 by 16. Okay. 10 by 16 is $45.95. So if you go at 12 by 16, it's only $670 more.
I like the side door because it gives you 2 lofts, one on each side.
Right.
Mhm.
And that almost doubles your storage room.
I would think the loft barn behind.
I'd go with that one too. So do you want to check back into it and then
Yeah, I just need the information tomorrow, like on how.
what size are we gonna go with?
I just need to know the size, the loft form and what size.
What size was it?
10 by 16 or 12 by 16?
We got it 10 by 20 or 24.
Well,
Where is
it's
it?
16. No,
10 by
it's
16.
10 by 16 for $4,600.
Yeah. And the 10 by 20,
So 10 by 16 and 10 by 20.
on, ask if he would take half down and payments through May or June.
And what size are we gonna go with then?
Well, if you get the side door like that, then you've got 2 lofts that
Right.
you can use as well, so 10 by 16 may just be what we need.
I'm also ask what the price would be without windows.
Yeah, we really don't.
Yeah. And that just takes away that temptation of kids running around town throwing rocks through windows.
Okay.
As soon as I get that, I will email it out to you guys.
Okay.
So no action at this time.
Right.
Action at this time. 10.4, consideration, discussion, and action on the lease rent industrial printer quotes.
I called BNC. This is the quote that they sent. That's the quote that they sent. All the information we will provide.
With the amount of stuff they're printing, and they come out and put the ink in.
Now they do
86
maintenance
a month.
service.
I don't know if
Service.
86? How many sheets is
But they make you take a 48-month lease.
that? I mean, at the rate we're replacing printers.
Nothing, no. 38 times 86 equals. If it comes, what's the purchase price, the outright purchase?
Purchase, you know,
The 48 month
41.28.
is 41.28, so we're really not spending that much more money, and we should be in better shape in 48 months to just buy one outright. The advantage of leasing is the servicing.
right. And what was the leasing? How much?
Comes in
86 a month.
Yeah.
6,
It's
48 months.
I move that we sign a contract with BNC Office Supplies for $86 a month for the next 48 months.
I'll second motion.
Sandy, yes.
Rocky, yes.
And yes?
All right. 10.5, consideration, discussion, and action on the public appearances, petitions, demonstrants, communications, and personal appearances portion of the agenda. I asked to have that put on there. Public comment, a public body, as this is not required to provide opportunity for citizens to speak. 2002 OKAG 26, 1998 OKAG 45. The reason this is on the agenda is because public comment has been very vitriolic and abusive to the board. So I'm suggesting that until further notice, we suspend public comment. We'll need a motion on that.
I make a motion that we suspend public comment until further notice.
I second.
Rocky, yes.
I don't necessarily agree with it, but I will vote yes on it. My disagreement is that as long as it's going to not be permanent, yes.
I don't want it permanent.
No, well, really, we can't do that. But we gotta keep it.
We just have to be able to keep moving the meetings along and doing business.
Yeah. 10.6, consideration, discussion, and action on the fire department tanker repairs.
Yeah.
That would be me, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So, it's not as good as we last discussed in our special meeting. This one is the easy one, that's just showing that the old one can't be repaired. Here's the quote for the new $915.01 for a new alternator.
Gotta add that penny in there.
They got that penny, and the state has their charge in there for.
What's the state charging us? Because we're tax free.
Basically to, like a battery for
Environmental
disposal.
Okay.
Never more for the alternator cost.
You should see it.
Thank you.
It's bigger than that road.
Oh, really?
Twice as big as well.
Well, really, I guess it can't, 'cause in some of my autos, I paid over 300 for one. So,
And that is ready immediately to be picked up, as if we can get that approved and get this tanker back on the road.
I move we approve the, how's it worded on here? The new aftermarket alternator from Contractor Sales for the price of $915.01.
May I have a second?
Rocky, yes.
Richard, yes.
Sandy, yes.
Can we
$10.
just give it to them all in pennies?
Good. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
10.7, consideration, discussion, and action on the abatements from code enforcement officer.
That's what I showed you earlier. A little report thing of what he's done and what he hasn't done. He's gonna have a report for, like follow-up report to let you guys know when he does start presenting the abatements of what he's done from the time they were abated to whenever they get on the agenda, just so that you guys are brought up to date on what's been going on.
I would like to ask him, and he's not here, how come we're not enforcing the livestock codes and animals at large code?
Who in particular?
That would be his job. It wouldn't have been the police department's job after that goat trapped me in the house for 3 hours. It wouldn't have been their job to come and rescue me from the goat. We got rid of the goat. I should have killed it, but I didn't. We could have had a barbecue.
I ain't eating goat.
But
I will.
people are bringing in farm animals, keeping them in town, not within the confines of our ordinance, but they're also letting them run at large. And I know one of the ordinances we have is you cannot have farm animals within 150 feet of a church.
What do you remember about how many acres per cow?
One. Yeah,
1
I think we
acre
said
per
it at
cow?
one.
All right, well,
It's
The small-
two.
Yeah, the small, like the goats and the pigs and stuff, I think it's up to 5
In an acre,
in an acre.
in an acre, right.
but not in the backyard.
Fellow down on the corner just brought in some small calves.
Yeah.
I don't know how many there are, but what's he got, 5 acres?
Yeah,
Probably.
4.6, something like that.
I just, if we could ask him, and not that I'm wanting people to get citations, but they need to move their animals out.
I would agree.
Especially their billy goats that are vicious.
So they my attack dog.
Yeah, you're.
And I'm not kidding, I am not kidding. That stupid goat trapped us for almost 3 hours. I have videotape of it. He attacked my front door, he attacked us, he attacked the chairs on the porch, he ate a blanket.
If you
It
would have
was-
had him, it would have stopped. You just wanted some love. If you'd have had him, it'd have been fine.
Yeah.
No.
He looked like he was about to break your screen door.
He only charges me a couple times when I'm in
All right, we'll check into that with Flex.
And if I called Iowa Tribe, they would have laughed at me. There's a goat doing what?
It's the Oklahoma phone.
I brought a rope and a horse over. Good, Greg.
Yeehaw.
Rhode
All right, number 11, reports of officers and boards. There was no action on that.
Actually.
I think this is where I would get a chance to say something.
Reports of officers and boards?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Iowa Tribe also has their report. They have to-
11.1. Okay,
So I'm gonna take my minute here.
now take yours.
Have we audited the fire, what do we call it, the insurance, when they buy the membership to the fire department? The fire memberships. Are we equal to the surrounding fire departments?
We've raised them to $125 last year.
Yes.
And I think that's what.
That's
Mike
probably
has
more
listed.
than the surrounding
Okay,
departments.
and is there a way, because just what I'm understanding is this year is supposed to be a bad fire season because there's no rain predicted. And really, once the grass is dry, once it rains, it doesn't really matter, it's still gonna burn.
Just make it get stuck.
Like do a campaign to get people to sign up, because paying for it once, you guys, if they don't have the membership.
Are we doing the car show? What is the
Yeah.
advertising for the car show?
We're not doing that this year.
Or some, the Harvest Fest? Yeah, have a table where people can sign up at whatever it is that we're doing in town. The Thanksgiving dinner. Hey, your membership is
Maybe
out
you
December.
could put it on the war bill too, on our town page.
How would that work for like the calendar year? If it's a fire annual due?
Usually January 1 to.
January.
So if we were like, if we're gonna,
It would have to be after the, or
I was thinking nobody's gonna provide, their fire dues in October.
Oh, I was thinking for the next year. Like you could buy, this is active January 1
yeah.
of this
Right,
coming
you
year.
would have to put.
Right, the 2025 membership.
Usually it comes January, that's when the fires really start going off, so.
But, and
And we usually send out renewal letters.
Yeah.
In December.
but we're not reaching new people.
Mhm.
And we've got new people that have moved in to the area. I mean, we're in town, we don't buy it, but outside of the city limits,
Is it a mailing list or a contact?
I remember talking about this last
You might be
December
able
or
to
so.
get, the only list that I have is a list of the ones that's constantly been buying. I don't know what they're doing. But
do we
can
have a
probably
form
get
they
it.
fill out?
Yeah.
Could you just make a copy of those forms
I do.
and just give it to Todd?
Yeah.
And then he
That's
can
it.
go through them and.
Yeah, I need to get him a list of like all the ones that we have in our book, because we have a binder that has them for like the last 5 years.
Yeah.
And then I just go through at the beginning of the year and send everybody in that binder, especially ones that bought one last year, I just send new ones in the binder. I could probably get a mailing list from Cheryl.
I remember when we lived out on Oklahoma, it wasn't in, and I lived there 4 years. So I had absolutely no idea that that was required.
Well, that's one reason I was asking for the list, so we could try to get the word out a little. More, and to know if somebody has a membership or not, current.
I'll check with Cheryl and see what you could come up with on rules. Is that it, Mary Lynn?
Yeah, that was it.
And is this for Iowa?
Okay, yeah. Consideration,
Wait,
discussion.
whoa, we gotta do Iowa Tribe.
That's what I'm
Thank
thinking.
you.
George, yeah, sorry.
I got this.
Sorry.
I don't have them all, but I got this one.
Okay.
Consideration, discussion, and action on the Iowa Tribe Police Report.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So we have another, I told you guys we got a new system, so I'm still tweaking it as we go. So the last one's had some of our tribal services in it. And at the bottom, you'll see it shows the dates and excludes that, but 2 of them still slip through anyway. So it's a little different format, but it still gives you the time, the date, the call, activity, and the disposition.
This reads easier.
Yeah, it is. I like this.
Have you had any complaints from any of your officers about, not board members, but
About what?
about anyone in town calling the Iowa Tribe and complaining about whatever? No, nothing.
Are we getting calls?
Well, we had a situation once where 1 or 2 people got ticketed for walking down the wrong side of the street. I just wondered if anyone had complained about anything like that.
No, we haven't got any complaints on it. I've heard the complaints. Would I write that personally? No. But the officer has discretion.
Sure.
It's in your ordinance book. And that was the thing. I try not to have these guys sit at the stop sign all night. So get out, look for things. I know one of those interactions went really bad, which ended in a citation. I don't know the details on the second one.
Yeah.
But again, it's the officer's discretion on that. That's where the court.
Yeah, I guess I'm asking, is there anything we can do to make your all's life easier? I appreciate what you're doing. I
mean-
stop and talk to everybody that's comes down
But other than that, I mean, we don't hear too many complaints direct. I think City Hall had one a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Someone got a ticket and said they
Usually
could.
gonna pass it on to the officers.
Said they could read the sign where it said cross traffic does not stop, but it was at the 4-way where all 4 stop. So I'm not sure how that works out either.
there. All right.
But again, if people have arguments to citations, the court is the place for that.
Right.
And I got pulled over for running a stop sign one time when I was younger, and it was right outside of my work. And I'm like, I don't even think there was a stop sign there. So I go back, and sure enough, it was just a 4-way on the county road. So I took pictures, took it to court, and you win those cases. So
All right. Well, we sure appreciate what you do.
the officers are not always right.
Thank you.
All right. 12, public hearings, 12.1 Farmers Market Ordinance.
We did that, didn't we?
I thought we did that.
Yeah, I think that was on the house.
All right, 13, public appearances, petitions, demonstrants, communications, and personal appearances. We decided to suspend that for a period of time. 14, new business.
Yes. The one
I-
that we missed.
Oh, yes.
On the agenda, we had tabled, well, it was tabled, I wasn't here. On the September 3rd meeting, there were minutes from the July 18th work sessions, and it says that we needed to wait on this one, that it was tabled. But those meeting minutes were not in here, so I just wanted to put that on the record so that we can get them approved at the next meeting.
That was the one.
July 18th special meeting.
the work session?
Or, sorry, yes, work session, I apologize, I was on the wrong one. Yep, work session, July 18th, work session. It was 3.13 on September 3rd.
Any other new business? Number 15, adjournment.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Very exciting.
Really, yes.
Rocky, yes.
I wouldn't trust him to be here till like,
I'll let them know.
I just wanted, I'm trying to cross all the T's and dot all the I's.
So much for that.
I don't think I was at that meeting.
I wasn't here.
The work session?
Yeah, but why didn't
Rocky and I were the only ones.
I was gonna say, I completely spaced.
No decisions are made, you can't vote, so you don't need a quorum, so we sat there and talked about what we need to do.
All right. Town of Tryon Board of Trustees Utility Meeting, October 1st, 2024. It is 6:55 p.m. First Baptist Church, 122 North 1st, Tryon, Oklahoma, 74875. Agenda. Number 1, call to order. Number 2, roll call.
Sandy here.
Rocky here.
Mary Lou here.
Amanda here.
Consider number 3, consideration action on consent agenda. 3.1, approval of minutes. 3.1.1, September 3rd, 2024, regular meeting.
I make a motion, we approve the minutes for September 3rd, 2024, regular meeting.
Rocky, yes.
Mary Lou, yes.
And abstain.
Make a motion, we approve the minutes for the September 10th, 2024 special meeting.
Amanda, yes.
Mary
I
Lou
mean, seconds, sorry.
Rocky, yes.
Wanna rock, paper, scissors?
Mary Lee seconds, Amanda, yes.
3.2, approval of monthly department head reports.
I had some questions.
Yeah.
What was the problem with the water spigot, the horse head out at the lagoons?
So since I started, it's worked. I've used it quite a few times for something. And then last month or whatever it was, when I was trying to use it for something at the lagoons, it started working. I filled about half a bucket, and then it just stopped giving me water.
Okay.
And I gave it some time. I was like, maybe it just needs to build pressure up, and I haven't had anything since. That's why I kind of asked if we knew anything about it.
We had an animal shelter out there, basically a large kennel, and that's been, Jared and Candace closed it when?
Was it like 10, 15 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Probably
So-
tapped into the main somewhere.
Yeah, I think the water main ends right there.
Yeah, that
does-
might be something I can look at when we, after we do the statin leak. Maybe that is taking pressure away from it over there. Because I know that's my only source of like,
Deposit in your
yeah, because I know that's my only source of decent water over there. So
Might be another leak that just hasn't been.
I can check it when we do statin this week and see what they think.
Okay. Did Grayson get a chance to call OG&E with a list of properties that need tree trimming?
He never finished it, but I did get a hold of him for the lagoon stuff because for us to get done what we need to for that drive, the guy told me I needed to get that cleared anyway. So I actually went ahead and had them come in and clear the tree lines all the way through Staten, since that power line ran through there. So at least that part's done, but he hasn't finished the mapping of the town yet.
I only think it's important because we haven't done it in quite a while. And if we get another ice storm like the one in 07, no, you have no idea. We were out of power for 14 days.
Oh,
No water.
Yeah, no water, no nothing.
that
OSU
would have
brought,
made the utility job easy.
OSU brought a water tanker in, and the
Generators.
Chickasaw Nation, I never said that right, brought in a water tanker. But it was bad. The Baptist church brought in a shower truck.
Yeah, I'll make sure that they're gonna get top priority to finish that list. I know we got, what, two sections done right now?
Yeah, I think so.
Something like
2/3
that.
of the town ate here at the Baptist church. The Air Force gave us a generator big enough to run the church.
Yeah, we'll make sure to get on top of that before winter hits. When we get back, I'll make that the first big project.
Anytime that he has like downtime, he'll grab the book.
Yeah.
Okay. Question 3. Fixing the lawnmower, was that a complete fix or a partial fix?
So we got mainly everything for the zero turn that we needed. We were waiting on a choke cable to come in, and they told us at the time it'd be about a month, which actually just got word that it came in on Friday. So I'm bringing the zero turn up there hopefully in the next couple days, so they can have it to us before Monday. And then that'll be completely up to date and ready. Because right now I gotta kind of do a little spray in the air intake to get it started because of that choke cable.
Yeah.
But once that's fixed, that zero turn should be pristine again.
Okay, question number 4. And that's paid for, or we need to, okay.
Okay.
Should
Not
we
the- not
split
the-
the invoice into two amounts?
Yes, yeah. Not the choke cable part. Don't get that for yet, no.
Question number 4.
Mm-hmm.
The little bubble car, whatever you want to call
The gym car?
it. The what?
I'm gonna call it the bubble car now, so.
That's what it looks like to me, this George Jetson's little bubble car.
I thought that Scurrytown cartoon.
You say we need a better tractor or trailer. What do we need?
Honestly, I think that flatbed trailer that I borrowed from Rocky for the pipe, that should handle it,
It
right?
works fine.
Yeah. So as soon as I get free time, I can get it out there. It's just, I've got all
What's
these
wrong
big
with our
projects.
trailer?
Too small and short.
Yeah.
The big
It's just a
trailer?
little
We have a
The
big
big
trailer.
the tires on that trailer is bad, very.
Yeah, they're getting bad. I think it's a 2,800 pound trailer.
They've probably got dry rot. I don't
Yeah,
think it's
that's what-
moved in a while.
Oh, you're talking about the one at the lagoons? Yeah, those are dry rotted, and I don't know, other than the tires, I don't know what's wrong with it, but.
Okay, there was one more. The tractor. We've got a new battery.
And a new coolant reservoir. Past that, we're trying to figure out what to do with it. My best records say that it had some oil work done back in 2022, but me and Grayson have both tried to get it going, and I'm not having any luck. I got a guy that says when he has time, he's willing to come out and take a look
It's
at it
not
for me.
starting?
It started for like 5 seconds after we put the new battery and stuff in, and then since then we haven't been able to get it started again. And we've tried probably 4 or 5 different times.
Who's the guy, Nat?
Well, Matt is kind of my backup, but actually Xavier from Agra's pretty
Said
well
he-
versed in old tractors and stuff, and said if he has free time, he'll come check it out.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I think that was my last one.
And we're almost done with the Pearl. I think tomorrow we should finally be done with Pearl and Grace. And if we get done early enough, we'll get
I do
started.
have a question. Are we, I know the fire hydrants ain't the greatest, but are we opening up fire hydrants after we work? Because I had nothing but air come through my lines for 20 minutes.
I feel like we
and it's blowing, my lines are flopping and
Were we
everything.
talking today or yesterday? 'Cause I
Both
Both
days.
of them? Okay,
Both
we'll
days.
release a little extra air tomorrow. Actually, we
I-
shouldn't have to worry about it tomorrow since we got the valve fixed.
Yeah, we're
That-
not turning off the water, are we?
Not tomorrow, now that I have a working valve.
You need to
But
let it,
when we do have to turn the water off, you have to leave those fire hydrants open for at least 20 minutes.
I think I didn't open them long enough because now we can retain the water in the tower. So I think I just need to do it longer next time.
Yeah.
yeah, 'cause it was bad today. I mean, I couldn't get no water for 20 minutes.
See, it was bad yesterday at town hall, but then today it was fine.
Both days.
I'm still determined to figure out what's going on in your
My
house.
pipes, the noise they were making, my dog was trying to find a place to go hide. It was scaring him so bad.
Your dog?
Yeah,
Oh.
and he's a big dog, and he heard all that popping and noise.
Yeah, I'll take you
Yeah.
next time.
Okay.
But yeah, Pearl of Grace is almost done, and then Staten's next on our list this week. That week and Tyler Mason's meter. So
All right,
Maybe give people a little more notice on something you know is coming up.
okay, yeah.
How much more notice would you like? What do you think is good?
At least a day in advance.
Okay, if possible.
The only reason I say that is because some, we've got horses that drink
No, I get
200
it.
gallons of water a day just about, so.
Well, I never know what's right. I try to give it like a day, like yesterday, I was saying tomorrow morning or tomorrow we'll have to do it again,
Yeah, and then we
but,
got to wait a little bit.
I don't know.
At
I
least
don't want to
a
over
day.
communicate, but I
Yeah,
don't want to
day would
under
be good.
A
communicate.
day's good.
Give a day's notice and then just reiterate that again that next morning.
all right, department head. 3.3, approval, thank you, by the way, for what you're doing.
Yes.
3.3, approval of monthly financial reports, 3.3.1.
We made the
August
motion on
2020.
3.2.
On which?
On 3.2 on the,
I make a motion, we approve the monthly department head reports.
I'll second.
Oh, I thought we did it. Rocky, yes.
Mary Lee, yes.
Samantha, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna forge ahead, man.
Now you do.
3.3, approval of monthly financial reports, 3.3.1, August 2024. I looked at it myself.
I didn't see any.
Outstanding.
I move we accept the monthly financial reports as received.
I'll second.
Sandy, yes.
Rocky, yes.
Amanda, yes.
3.4, approval of monthly claims,
I move-
3.4.1, August 2024.
I move we accept the August 2024 claims as presented.
Sandy seconds.
Richard, yes.
Rocky, yes.
Amanda, yes.
Number 4, consideration of items removed from consent agenda. No action. Number 5, miscellaneous, 5.1, consideration, discussion, and action on Mike C.
that will actually
Rural
have
Water
to be
Acre.
no action today.
Who's Mike C?
It's not coming from Agra.
He's rural water.
Yeah,
Okay.
he had to go deal with that field fire today, so we had to reschedule.
Okay.
We
yeah,
can put no
understand.
action in it.
All right.
All right, 5.2, consideration, discussion, and action on the mini excavator quotes.
Do you have those?
Do.
Are we looking at buying a mini excavator?
Well,
It's been on the agenda the last couple of months. so.
Well, didn't we rent one and it never got used and we paid for it?
we've rented one quite a few times, and my thought was, if we're having to rent them, like, is this something that we need? Should we have one? Should we, like, look into leasing one? Should we look into getting a used one?
Well, again, my question would be, is somebody gonna use it? Or is it just gonna sit there like the last one that we rented?
When Rural Water, or whoever was here last, ORWA was here last time, they said that it was pretty much a need. We talked about the tractor thing, attachments, or however else we could do this. And he said, really, you need a mini X. Like, we may not need it today, but there's going to be a point where we won't be able to get to Kinnanen to rent one, and we gotta get under the asphalt.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
And I guess you guys willing to work with me if we have one on site too. I'm actually supposed to be going to Agra here in the near future and getting some training on
So
that.
do we have prices of
Do we
them?
have quotes?
We do, I've got some brochures, which is, I didn't make any copies. I've also got prices. These kind of go from the smallest to the largest. I don't think we need a big one. We don't have a trailer to carry it around. I've only got the one copy, so if you want to pass it around, just kind of look. He's also got used ones. And I also asked too, when they come out and when they deliver, or however we do that, they also spend a considerable amount of time going over every aspect of that unit to make sure that the operator has a full understanding on how to operate it. They give them like a name. Yeah. So they're really good about that.
If I looked right on what we've been paying for just the rental, it's been about $3,000 in the last 5 months.
Yeah, and then even like when Richie was here, and you know, kind of even going back, I remember in the winter last year when things got pretty bad. Richie couldn't drive one whether we had to have Sean Sarr come out and help with that. But there was like a point that we couldn't rent one because they were like everybody had rented one. So then we just projects kept getting pushed back and.
Sure.
Yeah, anyway, so it's just nice to have, I would hate to be in a position where we needed one.
Is the Great Plains the only place we looked?
Yes, so far. And I can get some other ones, but
I did get a couple recommendations from the Agri guys. I can show you what they were talking about.
Mike from Agra, he recommended this brand, and he said the one in Stillwater is the best one. Like he's been to
Cheaper
both.
than the other one.
The
Well,
Edmund
they've
one
made a
in
lot of
Stillwater.
changes there. We've really made it
I
a lot
don't
better.
hate the used price on this 33 Ford. I think it was 30,000 for 900 hours on this.
And we also, Mike was really good about getting us some information on USDA loan/grant information. That was just Monday. He told us about that.
Is that how we got these trucks? Something like that.
That's how we
It was
got
a
the backhoe in 2007.
That one you were telling me about?
We paid 23,000 and they paid all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they still have that. There's an office in Chandler. And Mike had really good rapport. He had good feedback. He knows our situation with our audit. So he was like, they have some to where if you get them all of the paperwork that they're asking for and you get them everything that they need, you can go through the process and apply for a loan, and then that loan will switch over to like a grant. So that could be something that we could look at for getting some equipment that we really need.
We definitely don't want to go with this that only goes 7 foot because we have lines that are deeper than that.
Yeah, the sewer tap was a 9 foot.
They're like 8 to 10 feet. Also.
Yeah, because this one was 41,000, but it only goes 7 foot, so that's not an option.
Obviously this is just the first time we're bringing it up.
Okay,
And
so
get some more.
There was an auction website, municipal auctions.
And
We
another
had
option
found a
too,
jetter on there.
it's like the purple something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But another thing that we can do too is just like Stillwater, like others have told us, that when they, like once a year when they get rid of their old equipment, that's another place to kind of look as well too. They kind of surplus their equipment at Stillwater after like
Do we
a
know
couple
somebody?
years. Well, you do.
I know two different people.
I do know somebody.
all right, so we're gonna get some more quotes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chuck just kind
Yeah,
of
just kind of
search
go
on
through
it. Yep.
All right. 5.3, consideration, discussion, and action on utility locks.
You're up, okay.
You're up, Michael.
We finally got a couple in here. We can pass those around to them. So this is, I got 2 of them, so you guys can kind of look at them. We'd be able to uniform on it. We could either, I've got ways we can keep a system of knowing what's where. And then there's a simple way where we can work on the combination.
How many locks are we looking
Based on.
You just wanted us to get one, so you can see.
Yeah, so we can see.
Yeah, my notes.
But they have packs of them.
Yeah, I
Where is
thought it was 18.
at? It's a lock.
And we can change out the
How do you
combination
the combination?
if we need
Yeah,
to.
and so instead
Because
of having
we thought
50,000
that,
keys lying around,
Replacing
because I'm
locks
tired of
and
having to
keys
cut them
every
too.
time.
And I agree. Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Because we've got so many tubs of keys that sometimes we don't even know what they're to, and we have locks that we don't know where the keys are. And as we find them, we're just throwing them in the bucket.
2,
These
6,
don't look
8,
bad.
2,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9 actually. 10, 12. I know 12 right there plus. So yeah, probably 12 to 13. That we
Does that count?
We need,
well, not counting those, so like 10 to 11
we need at least 2 locks per siren.
per siren. So
At
then
least.
and how many
I
sirens?
think there was 4.
So probably if we, because with those they come either single or you can get them 12 pack, I believe it was. Got the thing from last month here. Yeah, it would be a 12 pack. So if we got 2 12 packs of those, that should be more than enough between the sirens and what we need around town.
Yeah.
And then I can actually, there's a couple locks. Probably have 1, 2, 3 or 4 locks with keys currently that use the same key. And I can repurpose those for meter locks when we have to do something like that.
Okay.
Do we still have the unbreakable meter locks, the round ones?
I've never found anything like that.
There's some, but we don't got it.
I've never seen them.
Can't cut them off.
You
They're-
can't
they're-
get into 'em.
We like a gold disc.
Oh, kind of like what people use on storage
That's
units.
Yes,
exactly what I was
exactly.
thinking, where it like seals in.
Yeah, I've heard, unless they're in that bucket, I've never seen one myself.
And get them at the equal store in
They're
Chandler.
expensive.
They are.
Might knock some of the
I figure if I can repurpose some of the locks, at least we're not having to buy more stuff.
Okay, so do we want to buy some locks?
Yeah. I make a motion that we purchase 2 12-pack combination locks for the sirens and all that other stuff.
That's second.
Really is.
Rocky, yes.
Richard, yes.
5.4, consideration, discussion, and action on update on the Decker project. Did he ever get back with you when you contacted him?
Yeah, I've had 2 conversations with him.
Good.
He was very nice.
Well, yeah.
Junior. As soon as you guys finished and sent the pictures out, I sent him the picture.
I still need to get back out there and get eyes on the section closer to the fence, because I know that was one area that Johnson and I, we weren't able to finish backfilling part of it because it was so wet, it was hard to get in there, so we were trying to get it time to dry before we went back. So I need to just get eyes on it.
Yeah.
It's probably dry now.
Yep.
I'll see if I can get eyes on it in the morning.
Great, good, good. All right, no action. Consideration, 5.4, consideration, discussion, and action on purchasing census meter schedule. What does that mean?
I have no clue.
Are these the
The
electronic
one
ones?
where you were gonna change somewhere.
Yes. So, Mike was out last month and he was talking about, these census meters. We did order one for Pearl Grace. We're gonna be putting that one in there. The line was broken, the, hydrant needed to be replaced, that's all done. So,
Now, are these the electronic meters?
they are.
Okay.
So my thought is to gradually work them in. We've got, there's still, so we've got one for Pearl of Grace. There's a little different because it's a 1-inch meter, but the residential ones, everybody else is, what is that?
3/4.
3/4.
So we're gonna try those. We've got a couple that we need, that we'd like to put in, to try those and see how they do. And that's, yeah.
How
obviously.
hard are those to get?
How do you mean?
Meter
we-
breaks tomorrow, we need a new one.
Oh,
Honestly,
that-
they've been
that
getting
is the
delivered
really
within
good part.
1 or 2 days.
Yeah, too. Better than USA Blue Book.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, Mike was gonna work with me when we get those 3/4 meters that we were gonna test. He's gonna work with me and show me
yeah.
little quirks with them and stuff like that, and like just teach me how to use them properly.
I volunteer my leaky yard as tribute.
Oh, you're on my list.
I know, it's my fire hydrant, I'm just kidding.
Wish list?
Yeah,
my
wish
list, my
list.
list of leaks.
Something
I have
just
frog
to
friends in my
kind of bring up too is that we didn't think about this until today, but Brittney just mentioned it. But now that the docks are shut down, we don't know how that's going to
Right.
affect
Absolutely.
our
Ability to get
Everything.
everything.
literally everything. So,
Okay, so what is the census meter schedule? What does that
Well,
mean?
how Kim was buying it was like a case at a time, and there's like, what, 8 in a case?
8 in a case.
5 in a case?
No,
Well,
actually I was buying 4 because they were like $89, the old ones. I buy 4 a month, but we've got to get a couple of other, we need to get a couple more setters, a couple of meter boxes. So, and those census meters, they're a little bit more expensive, but they're supposed to be like accurate to the gallon.
And once you get so many, you can move to a drive-by system where I can just drive down the road and click at it. And when we get enough, they'll set us up to where, from the office, within an hour.
That's way further down the road.
No,
Hey, I'm hopeful.
I thought somebody said we could get a grant for that.
We can.
Yes, ORDINANCE.
Yes. But let's try a couple of them out and see how they do.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
our
since,
vibe.
what was it, Perkins had such trouble with theirs and stuff, so.
And I did find out it was a different brand, so.
Okay, there's the word schedule here.
Well, it's just,
Do we
with
need
how,
to
with how she
try
was
to-
doing it before, she was getting 5 at, let's just say, $450. This one, she would be getting 2 at $450 maybe, but she's also having to add the setters in with it. So we're just going to go over it with you guys to let you guys know that we're going to be, we might be spending a little more money, but we're going to be getting less, but we're trying to switch it over.
Okay, well, my
Just
question
so that,
was, do we need to have a motion? Do we need to approve
Well,
the
so-
I don't
schedule?
think so.
It's just kind of putting it on your radar, that we might
Okay.
go a little over that $500 mark, that it would only be for meters, setters, or meter boxes, and kind of a combination, but I'll try to keep it as close to that mark
Okay.
as possible.
So that is a no action. Except on your part.
And Michael's part.
and
Yeah.
that also to let you guys know and explain to you why we're not getting 5 at a time anymore, or why she's not getting 5 at a time anymore, and she's gonna do with her
Hmm.
and the pricing.
Okay, 5.5, consideration, discussion, and action on electrician quotes.
So we had Ace Electrical come out.
Yeah, for what?
They looked at our lift station, they looked at the lagoon panel,
Got it.
and they looked at the shop, to get electricity at the shop. So these are their
We have
quotes.
electricity
You guys
at
should
the
have
shop.
them.
Yeah, we only have like one little outlet and with the lights that he has and putting them in multiple places, like he doesn't have access to get the lights. like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys should have those in your packets. You can look at those. Yeah, and they called today too, and they wondered if they should come. And I said, well, it's up to you, but we'll just present it to the board what we have.
Okay, my question is this, we've spent a little bit of money today. Is there enough money to cover this and cover the other stuff?
So this was my thought. Maybe this month get the higher quote in, and we have the money in the bank. Get that done, and then maybe the following month get the other one, the other project.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do we have a timeline or a plan for fixing the lift station on Oklahoma Street?
This is
That
part-
is where,
that's part of what this quote is.
But that doesn't include the pump that went out.
Yeah, when they came out, I explained to them about what's going on with the lift station. I said there's supposed to be 2 pumps and 2 like sensor things.
Yeah.
I said there's 1 sensor and 1 pump that they've kind of been rigged together to still be operating out there until we can get somebody to come out and look at it. This quote covers getting that fixed, but they also want, is that the project where they want like their specialist to actually come out?
Yeah, there's
Yes.
something on the electric.
Yeah.
The one on the
panel's kinda goofy.
electrical.
Yeah, the one on the home.
Okay.
There's something that they don't feel comfortable themselves messing with.
And I
that they
appreciate
want their
them saying that.
specialist to come out, so nothing gets burnt up or electrocuted.
It's a very
or-
crazy system inside
Yeah.
that box.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
That's-
opened it,
that's
took
the-
one look and went, we're gonna get
I
somebody
believe
here.
the $2,000 quote is what that is.
Okay. And is he gonna be able to hook it back into the phone line? That's why the phone line is right there.
I did talk to him about that. I told him there's a deal that's supposed to be sending, like when it goes down or whatever, it's supposed to be sending an alert to our phone and it's not working. And I think that's what the specialist would have to come out to see what there's some concerns with the panel that he has. And he'd have to actually come out and look at it.
Okay.
To be able to do that, but we all discussed with him when he came out,
And
what
he's-
it was for.
And he's given us a pretty good discount on there.
I saw it.
I just know that it's been my dad who's been keeping an eye on it for the last 6 or 7 years. But he cannot hear the siren anymore,
And I
even
told
with
him
his
that
hearing
that is
aids.
a priority over the other issues. And then the electrical panel at the lagoons, because it needs to be completely rewired, so when we do get aerators, that it's up to code and is working properly, it's not gonna catch something on fire or burn up the motor.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So we can, if we have to, we can probably break down those quotes into a smaller amount, so it's more feasible.
So which one are we looking at doing first?
So I would like to get the lift station.
Yeah.
Is that
And
what
that's
the
the big one?
1456 is, or is that
That's
a
the
bigger one?
2240.
I think it's a 20.
Well, this one has light switches and everything on it. That's why I'm just trying to figure out which one is which. This one's got a 3-way switch, 4-way amp switch. Yeah, that makes sense. So this would be the lift station, the 2012-73. So what's this other one for? It just says, all I see is the service call for, okay.
Yeah,
That's
because
it.
he's like, that is easy, that'll take half a
Okay.
day, just real standard.
There was
So
just
we're
no
gonna
more
do
breakdown
the
in
lift
that. so
station
I'm
out
sure.
on Oklahoma first?
Well, that's what you guys
Yeah.
agree on.
Yeah.
So this is the Oklahoma lift station, not the Lagoon lift station.
Yep.
Thank God we got the one at the lagoons fixed.
Now, just as a little thing too, they're very interested and curious about who's doing the electric part of the new city hall, and I just said, I'm not a part of that.
He should talk to Asher,
And that's what
That's what we
he
need
said,
to.
Right.
so, yeah,
because he's gonna subcontract that.
yeah.
So what are we gonna do on electrician quotes?
I move that we accept Ace Electric's quotes for $2,240 to service the lift station on Oklahoma Street.
I second it.
Rocky, yes. 5.6, consideration, discussion, and action on Smith Pump and Supply quote. I don't,
Okay, I talked to Smith. Let me pull up the bill real fast. Didn't
quote,
have-
quote for what?
The well houses are, the wells, is that mercury switch, are messed up and they're set wrong. They've been messed with, they're switched or changed or whatever, and they're not kicking on and working correctly.
The what switch, sorry?
The mercury
Mercury
switches.
switch.
Mercury switch.
Or they might be mercury switches, I guess.
No, it's mercury. They actually have liquid mercury in them. And as one well goes down, the other one's supposed to come
That
up.
makes sense, okay, I got
And
it.
the mercury is what, it's the weight.
Tells it, yeah, I got
Well,
it.
those are set incorrectly or messed up or whatever.
They're not-
So it's not letting our wells operate like they're supposed to, like one kick on or whatever. And we've had him out a couple of times and had him look at it, and he's had to adjust it a few times. Well, we have to have him come back out and fix it. And he said that it would just be at their hourly rate, which is $150 per hour with a 2-hour minimum. Depending on how full the tower is, it will determine the time frame. But he would say anywhere from 2 to 4 hours would be my best guess. Because there's going to have to be 2 guys come, one's going to have to be in each well, and they're going to have to walkie-talkie back and forth to each other. Because they're going to have to be able to tweak and adjust those switches until they're set where they're supposed to be.
But that's gotta be done.
Yes, it does.
Otherwise, what's been happening is 1 has not been running.
Yes.
2 is running all the time.
Yeah.
So we're gonna burn out that pump in number 2.
I mean, we call them out 2 more times, we get a 2-hour minimum charge anyway, so we're talking
What is,
$600.
what is a mercury switch? What is the cost of that?
He said the switches shouldn't be the problem. It's just where they're set.
Just the calibration?
Yes, the calibrating them back again.
Okay.
Yeah. And he said it's just time consuming because you have to do it a little bit at a time and adjust it and tweak it back and forth or whatever. He's still encouraging us to when we do finally get it set correctly and it's running properly, that we do, like you guys had said before, like maybe 1 week out of the month turn 2 off and use 1. So it's not just relying on, and he said you just do that manually. It's just turn it
Yeah.
off. So, yeah.
I think we were talking about it as well.
So we need a motion to approve that.
I move that we approve the calibration of the mercury switches in both well houses by Smith Pump and Supply out of Chandler, Oklahoma.
I'll second.
Sandy, yes.
Rocky, yes.
Sandy, yes.
5.7, consideration, discussion, and action on DEQ visit.
Well, I'll let you do
I don't even know where to start with this one. They were going to come out, they are going to come out at some point. It was either gonna be yesterday or today, or it could be the 27th or the 28th, but they're doing a full inspection on everything.
Does that include the well house over there?
Everything, especially around the
So, that being said, Mike has kind of coordinated with the OG&E to get that area cut out there, which they did. They came out this week and cut all that overgrowth. Next step is we have to get some rock to repair that little stretch of road to get to lagoons 3 and 4, and then from there we can mow, and then from there we can get we've got ORWA coming out. I mean, there's so much going on right now. It's a little overwhelming.
Did we talk to the county about bringing a blade in and smoothing out the road before we put the gravel on?
Oh, that's
That's
already
what
got a
the,
guy.
we did talk to county, but county still filled up with stuff. You can't make it out in a timely manner for us to be able to get it done.
So I've already got that covered. There's a guy that Agrid has used that actually fixed the drive to their well houses, and they've never had an issue since. His name is David Colfidol.
And he's coming out.
So he already came out to give us a quote originally, and he's the one that told me, hey, here's what I need to get it done. So now that we have the OG&E stuff done and that area is clear for his equipment, sometime this week he's going to come back out for me and just get eyes on it again real quick to make sure it's good. And then he said next week probably he'll be able to come out, and with less than a day he can get that drive fixed for us, get the gravel down.
Oh, that's
And then as soon as that's done, then we'll be able to get back there for the lawn care, and then we'll be ready for DEQ. Brad Rice from the ORWA will come back, and he and I are going to be doing some pH studies, BOD stuff, all that back at the lagoons. So
So
we
on
kind of
the
got a generic timeline
On
for
the
it.
DEQ visit, we're just waiting for them to show up.
Yeah, we thought by now we'd have an update for you, or have something to present.
We haven't had no marks since Thursday, so.
There's a couple of issues he's already heated about, not so much with us, but
It's around the well house.
What's the name of the DEQ guy?
Mark Velasquez.
Mark Velez.
Same old.
We love Mark, he
Mark
loves us.
Velasquez?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
He's
been,
been with them for,
He's been with us for a
Whatever
very
you do,
long
if you
time.
run into him, don't mention retirement, because that's a whole
I
thing.
know, he hates the thought of not retiring.
Well, he got wind of what his retirement is going to look like, and he's not happy about it. So just, maybe just on your list.
okay, so we're having a big issue with around Well House. Well, why can't he do nothing? We can't seem to get him to
Well,
stop.
I'm not talking to the guy again. He threatened to whip my, you know what?
Mark did?
That's on, oh, it's on tape. It's
Oh.
on tape saying that.
He has said in no uncertain terms that he has no problem bringing the full force of the EPA down. And
Bring it.
then to get it dealt with. And
Because he doesn't listen.
He doesn't, he's done with it, he's already tried to have multiple conversations with them, he's already got Mark heated and
heated. I can't stress that.
And it, you know, it doesn't
Well, you
really
know,
matter.
this is my deal. That man holds a state water and a state sewer license. And
that's, I think, is what kicks it up a level for Mark, is that this
You
individual knows better.
Yeah.
And knows that what we're saying, or like what they're trying to enforce is legit.
and he's just moved more stuff in after he cleaned up.
And we're at a point where it doesn't
Now
help
it's-
us to talk to him.
Now it's even worse.
He's the one that's started getting excited, so that's my agreed, I'm gonna call him.
Okay, DEQ visit. That was
Okay.
No
interesting.
action.
Thanks for the
No, wait,
information.
wait, we do have to take an action, because we have to get the road fixed and the gravel in before.
And we're hoping that if he sees that we've already got a plan in motion, that he shows a little grace. I'm hoping within the next week and a half that we have that road accessible. Honestly, by Friday of next week is my goal. Because this David guy is finishing up a job in Perkins right now, and he said he should be available to knock that job out next week.
What's it gonna run to get that done?
Do what?
What's it gonna run to get that?
Can you
job
remember the
done?
quote he was given? Let me see if I
It was a
remember.
couple hundred, it was very reasonable,
Um,
$100.
Well, look, we don't need.
115, 120 an hour, and then something out of the belly dump.
And worst case scenario, if we get dinged on a couple things, it's not the end of the world, Mark. He's like, if you get dinged up on something, we just write you like, hey, get it fixed, and I'll come back out again, and you'll have it fixed.
Right.
So, worst case scenario.
Well, you tell him that all the board members said he could deal with
Oh, we've
what's
already got
going on at Well House
So
One.
we don't need any kind of action on
No.
Yeah,
this, if it's, less than 500.
yeah. Okay,
5.8, consideration, discussion, and action on LSLI.
What is LSLI?
Lead Service Inventory Alliance. Oh, gosh,
Kim loves it.
Oh,
This
is
is
this
prob-
another survey?
This was something that the EPA has told all municipalities they have to do. And here's where it gets really fun. So what they expect, all small, big, medium, don't matter, they don't care. They want you to go out and inventory every single service line you have and to see if it's lead.
More copper.
Or well, yeah, but it kind of falls in that category. Here's where it gets fun. If you do detect that there are lead lines, then it doesn't matter. If it's on the customer side, we're supposed to send an automated letter, basically, that's already pre-drafted up, it has all the wording on it, basically telling the customer, you have lead lines. At your cost and your expense, you need to repair it. You need to replace it. And I've already told them, this is not right. You can't tell people what to spend money on. Like, you can tell them, like, hey, there might be a problem here, and this for your discretion. But anyway, it's not going over well
With
at all.
anyone.
like all of the towns and all.
Especially in this,
Mm-hmm.
you know, where we're at with everything, people just don't
DEQ
have
is
it.
frustrated, ORWA are
ORWA already
frustrated.
said they're gonna get a wake-up call when absolutely nobody gets this done.
This is due the 16th
How do you
of this
find the
month.
lead lines? What do you do to find?
Basically, you're supposed
You dig
to
them up.
expose like where, you know, our side goes into the meter and the meter goes into the customer side. You have to expose
Both of
those
those.
lines,
Either
but
side.
90% of them are buried and.
And how many meters on our meter run?
183
Yeah. And out of
For one
183, I
person
think
to
I was
do?
able to
for
tell
one
4 of
person
them.
to do it.
I got 4 of them.
Now, everything, they did pass this law in 1986, 88, something like that anything built, any type of plumbing, structure, water, or whatever, no lead at all, no lead, no copper. So everything pretty much on the north end of town, north or whatever, is fines because, yeah, they would have fallen into that you know, there's no lead lines.
Yeah.
I almost put copper in my house last year to clean my water. Like I was going to put in copper lines in my house. It was just too
Ionize
expensive.
it.
Well, we
Yeah.
discovered a beat up copper line running from the meter to
I had
the
no idea it
town
was
side
considered
for immigration. We
illegal
dug it up.
technically.
Well, do we need to make some kind of motion on this, or?
I'm
is
just
it
letting you know,
informational?
just so you know, this is, it's due the 16th of this month. All of our inventory, see what, we never got any kind of training. We never, apparently there was a whole big training on it. There were manuals. There was like, not a conference, but even when we were at the ORWA conference, they didn't, if they mentioned it, they glossed right by
How are
it.
we gonna let people know that they've got a lead,
A
It's
letter.
supposed to be a letter.
it can't go on the meter bill?
I mean, they don't care how they get, you know, we could go and. take
Nobody
it on their
reads
door.
the meter bill.
Unless you don't get it.
Well, they do. Yeah, they've got to figure it out. But, yeah, we mail that out. So, but the first step is turning in this spreadsheet of saying, basically, this is our findings, and then we write a nice little letter, which, trust me, I'm writing a letter. We send that off, and then they give us a response, and they say, all these people that don't know, they're getting a letter telling them they gotta change out their lines.
We can do our part, and that's about as far as we can go.
Yeah.
Okay,
Fine.
so on the assessor's map, we should be able to identify any building and what date it was erected.
Not all of them are showing up, because the ORWA lady Chelsea that came,
Uh-huh.
she even got online and contacted the assessor's office, and not all of them have all the information on it that they should.
Okay, so you can pretty much look at it and see
The map, or the.
the houses through drive-by addressing.
But what about these older houses that's been remodeled?
What about the houses that have 3 different addresses?
It's rock, paper, scissors.
Flip a coin.
Yeah.
ORWA Agri, everybody's going, yeah, EPA is going to get a wake-up call here
Nobody
this
is
month.
happy about this. They're all,
Mike already said, he's like, we're focusing on what's in town in Agra. Outside of that, he's like, and he even told me, he's like, just the in-town stuff's taking us over a month and we're still not going to get it done.
and they have a full staff of how many people?
Well, a lot.
A
More
lot.
than one. 1.5.
You know, like 45 people in there?
Okay, so we don't need any kind of action on the,
No, but you know,
LS,
we're aware
LI.
of it.
Just ahead of time.
Okay?
okay, how about 5.9, consideration, discussion, and action on servicing the tractor? I think we already talked about
Yeah,
it.
we kind of talked about that. I'm going to see if I can get him in there and take a look at it.
There's not really any action on that. Number 6, new business.
Me!
Of course.
She didn't take too long to jump on that one.
You scared the daylight out of me.
Hey, Michael,
Yes.
with hunting season approaching, we have to keep an eye on, we have had times where people cut the fence at the lagoons, where they cross the fence at the lagoons. And you can put where they're crossing, you can pretty much see, because,
That's probably
Yeah.
what the fence looks the way it goes.
so if you could just kind of keep an eye on it, and then if you see people out there, call the tribe.
Just call them.
Uh-huh. But don't confront anybody, don't, yeah, just drive
Well,
away.
just shut their water off.
Because,
They are.
because they're hunting and they have guns,
Now,
so.
are we still going to lease that land?
I was gonna say, yeah. Normally we bid that off.
Pardon me?
Yeah, we usually did that for a police department, like.
Yeah.
There's a fundraiser.
Just put electric
We
fencing
can do it
around
for
the
fire
lanes.
department.
And make sure you have something bright on, because we've had other operators that have went out there and they've been out there hunting and shot the guns off. Well, our operator was out there.
Why we've been through so many operators?
Got
What are
it.
you not telling me?
I think that we pass up the lease this year, because we should have done it earlier when we could have sold tickets.
Yeah.
But I would not mind transferring that over next year to the fire department as a fundraiser.
I
Good
agree.
idea.
Yep.
Yeah.
Normally that space by Lagoons, we auction it off to the police department.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for a hunting lease.
Would you put that on an agenda sometime before hunting season for next year?
What does include in the beginning of hunting season? I don't hunt.
Mid-November, I thought was
Well,
here.
If they give me some of their
There's
fines,
about-
Right, we're getting ready to go into Black
Right
Powder.
now.
Yeah,
I think it started
Because
today.
don't you
That's what I
hunt,
thought.
like, all year long?
It did start today.
and youth
You can't
hunting
deer hunt
starts early.
every, all year long.
No,
Is it
it starts
illegal
when
for me to take
there's
backstrap
so
as a
many
bribe
weeks of
to
black
join my-
powder, so
Yeah.
many weeks of bows, so many weeks of rifle.
Just look up and see what the old,
I'll be over
the
to
hunting
the
law is for
Okay,
Hunting season
That was-
started already.
that was my first one. Second one. I forwarded an email to Brittney. I don't know if she shared it with Kim, but it was about a grant writing school or conference. I don't remember what they called it. But it's at Rose State College. So they're going to have someone put on this conference teaching people how to write successful grants, but they're also going to have a list of what grants the municipalities qualify for.
Did Leslie help you with this upcoming REAP grant?
No, I did it myself. It's pretty basic, just one page. I actually.
Do they still make you type it?
Yes, because I came wrote it, and then they told me that they would prefer me to type it.
Just change the font to typewriter.
I can't change the font.
Okay, we got any other new business?
No, sir.
Real quick,
But the REAP grant is done and ready to be turned in. That was done like a week and a half ago. I was waiting for the
Did
contract.
the
I'm waiting to
mayor
hear
sign
from
it?
Asher.
Yes, he's already signed it, yep.
and real quick, just
Asher
so
signed
I'm
it?
confused.
No,
No, we
you-
talked about REAP.
Oh, okay.
Are people
Yeah.
not supposed to be hunting at the lagoons, or they auction
it
off
just
the
bow
right to
season?
hunt at the
No.
lagoons?
Normally we do, we did not this year.
Not this
Okay,
year.
that's what I was confused on. Gotcha.
How's that?
All right, any other new business?
So hold on, the seminar thing, you have, you want us to sign up for it?
I think it would be beneficial. I don't.
Okay.
I know that what's her face is very knowledgeable, but yeah, Leslie. But there's always that one piece of information that, I mean, grants come up all the time.
Yeah. And sometimes it's a little more like a REAP, it's like only a free for people.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not something that like we can't just grab ourselves and do. But, okay. You want both of us to go through it? Because she may need.
I think it'd be good to do.
I think it'd be good for
I
both
think
of
we
you.
should take him.
All right. Number 7, adjournment.
Library is like.
Huh?
I move we adjourn.
Same seconds.
Rocky, yes.
Richard did.
Amanda, yes.
I'm gonna go Amanda.
Thank you.
The time.
Yeah, I made it.
Okay, there's
I'm
your,
vertical.
the vote is stuff.
No, we really didn't. Kelly and I talked about that last week.
I'm not.
I'm not either.
That's against my religion.
I had no
What
idea.
was it?
I still want to do it, just kidding.
I don't know. So what else?
Yeah, I don't know if he's there.
Is that yours?
I've been sick, but other than that.
That would, no, my niece was gonna put one in, but then she changed her mind.
The last meeting,
Yeah. And I can't.
that's why I haven't moved over there yet.
Which kind of
Yeah.
city?
How are you?
Smaller meetings?
Long time no see. How you doing, Heather?
Do you want me to give you my packet that I was prepared to hand out?
I have a cousin one that used to live in Bedford. She's in town now.
Do you want me to give you the packet that I was prepared to hand out today?
Do you?
Yeah, just leave it on the table and I'll pick up.
And there's your Kubota stuff.
There's an include the same week.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
They're up in.
Yeah. It's on